This bitch better be working tonight. That's all I know. After last night's bullshit, shit better be working. So we're gonna do the fast on because we're currently in the middle of a nightmare dungeon. Like, literally just started a nightmare dungeon. I'm probably gonna die or some shit. But, on with the show! Show!
There we go. Hi, everyone. Let's see if this whole... Oh, my God. I guess our Razor camera has decided super hot camera today. Let's see if we can fix that. Holy shit. Like, it is super hot. See if we can get that sweet white balance going again. And then bring this down just a hair. And then... That's good enough. I don't want to screw with it too much. So yeah, we're in the middle of a nightmare dungeon. It's a tier 7, I believe. Yeah, tier 7. Danny had to go to the bathroom, so we got delayed. So I wasn't able to finish this before the start of the stream. I was just making sure that the computer was running properly. And, well, it's running properly, so... Oh, man. So if you weren't here last night, and you're wondering what happened and why there is no episode 24 on YouTube, it's primarily because, how do I explain this? Diablo somehow screwed up my graphics driver. And even throughout today, for some reason, it's pinging the shit out of my my VRAM. And so if I run it for too long, the it reads it as burning every drop of the VRAM. So sitting right now, as we're playing, it is currently saying it's sipping a mild 9.8 gigabytes. 9.8 gigabytes of RAM is what it's saying it's consuming right now. Which this game should never take 9.8 gigabytes. Ever. And the worst part is, I don't even have it on full bore. You know, so like right now we're on medium settings. Right? Because I brought the medium, instead of running on ultra like I was doing the last week or so, whatever they did in this most recent hotfix has just borked the game further for me, which is just great. Love it. So I completely pulled out the drivers again and redid the entire computer's drivers again. And we seem to be okay. We seem to be doing okay. But we'll see. But yeah, that was a mess the last night. We literally, I streamed for 30 minutes, got off, and then started diagnosing. Now what's funny is once I killed Diablo, I could play any other game. And it worked fine. Like quite literally, any other game, computer worked perfect. Second I booted Diablo, it was just like, so, I hear you wanted to play Diablo. I'm like, yes, I would like to play Diablo, please. And he's just like, nah, you don't need to play Diablo. Diablo's overrated. So it looks like we're losing a couple frames here and there, and that our render time has gone to shitter because, as I said, right now we're sipping 9 gigs of my 12 gigs of VRAM. Which is not good. Oh, what is our things? Poison enhanced, and they do shadow damage.
Out of mana. Time to
Sacred gloves inside a frickin'
I'm not ready yet.
Jesus, man. He broke that on me and I ate like 4 shots of it.
I'm out of mana.
Nightmare dungeons are probably the one thing that scares the shit out of me. Because there's some creatures that pop inside dungeons that just ruin your day. Who on my team is using ice? Is it Danny? I'm assuming it has to be Danny. Because Squid was nowhere near us. One chip diamond. So yeah, I'm kind of like a little pissed off about the whole situation. Because I said, it's only with Diablo 4.
Out of mana.
What's really funny is I still have whatchamacallit loaded on my computer, Cyberpunk 2077. Because it's such a demanding game that I'm like, if I can run Cyberpunk 2077 on high settings on 2K with no problems, then there's no reason none of the other, you know, like, games in my arsenal should be able to play. I don't. Danny's on the other side of the map. Hopefully Danny's doing okay. First chest. Shit! All I know is I saw a bunch of blow 'em up guys.
I'm low on precious metal.
Hey, what's up, Sephiroth?
I need time.
That would have really sucked. Like, very much so sucked. Oh. How you doing this evening? Who are we fighting? Spiritual Squalls. Oh, this guy. Alright, can we back off now? We went full Super Saiyan, we can back off. Good, I'm surprised. So, this is gonna sound weird. So, the reasoning why is Diablo 4. I hate saying it like that, but so what wound up happening, or what is happening, I should say, is Diablo's 4 most recent hotfix came out, and it did some nasty things to my graphics driver and a whole bunch of other things. So much that, like, I had to, like, rip. And just so you know, it's only Diablo 4 that where I start having frame rate drops. Like, as you can see right now, we're dropping here. Encoder overloading. When the game's running, it's, like, running at 9-10 gigabytes of RAM for some reason. Even though it's set on medium settings. You know, something's going on, right? Now, when I'm playing any other game, computer works fine. Even like things like Cyberpunk and stuff like that. Works perfectly fine. The only caveat to that is my Avery capture card. my Avery capture card, because of all that what's going on, I can't boot it. Now I've taken the Avery capture card out and I put it into my test bench, and it works fine on the test bench. So I know it's not the card. And I've tried reinstalling the software, and that was to no avail. And so it's whatever, like everything was working fine, like the world was a perfect, beautiful place. And then that hotfix came in, and then everything has been gone to shit since that hotfix. I don't know what they sent over in that hotfix. I don't know what it did. I'm at like, yeah, I can't play it. I haven't even been able to like play it. It's literally on my PS5. It's loaded. It's ready to go. But because my capture card can't be, I mean, I guess I could throw the capture card on my test bench, and I guess I could play on the test bench.
I'll take it off your hands.
But like, then I'm playing out in the garage. Oh boy! No. The PS5 straps directly into the computer. I don't have a regular television. There's no monitor attached to it or anything like that.
There is magic in all things.
So I would have to take it out of the current computer, strap it onto the test bench, then strap the monitor for, like, boot up the computer, the test bench, then unhook the monitor for the test bench, hook it into the Avery Media monitor. Like, I would have to do some real, like, some heroic efforts would need to be done. Trust me, I am like, I've been staying away from everyone's stream because, like, I'm trying not to get spoilers at all, and like, all the streamers I watch are currently playing. So it's just like I've been in like radio silence, you know, for a while now, you know.
My magic's awaiting your return.
Like complete radio silence. Like, there's only 2 streamers I watch that aren't playing it, and that's Lethal Frag and Frost Prime. But both of them are they're where I get my roguelike fix. Like, the 2 of them are, you know, big roguelike streamers. The only thing that was spoiled for me, and that's because I follow it on Twitter, is I know you can pet the dog. Because the Twitter page, Can You Pet the Dog, which every time a game is released, the first thing they do is if they find a dog, they see if they can pet the dog, and then they rate the game based on if you can pet the dog or not. They released, like, on day 1 of the release of the game that you could pet the dog. And then what made it even worse, right, is the fact that there's also an achievement for petting the dog. And so when they found out about the achievement for petting the dog, there's an achievement for petting the dog 5 times. And they pointed out on their Twitter today that only 37% of players have petted the dog 5 times. And that they want to get the word out to let people know to pet the dog, because they got to get those numbers up, because the dog deserves to be pet. That is so far the only thing that's been spoiled. And you know what? Barring that, I can accept that being the only thing being spoiled. So now I shall live vicariously through you. How are you enjoying it so far?
Keep them sharp, keep them ready.
We didn't get another prestige point yet, right? No, not yet. Just so I can double check my path. So we're going in here, we're grabbing all of this. Grabbing, we have this. And then we have to decide if we're scooting out this way. A part of me wants to say... Alright, assume we grab that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and I get a strength at the end. 1, 2... Well, we're gonna have to get this int anyway. So we'll be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 anyway from that direction. Can we skip the strength? No, we cannot skip the strength. But we can get... We get the int. I mean, I can get this node. It doesn't hurt to get it. It'll make me a little bit more tanky. And these are magic nodes, so right now we have a plus 42% on the magic nodes. So if we can get this up one more, that'll make that 3, 3. That'll boost up that. Eventually that. So yeah, we're gonna get this. We're gonna fill up this. So yeah, if look, don't worry, I won't spoil, but I'm loving it. Oh, okay. I read the beginning part, the I'm not going to spoil, and I was like, all right, cool. I didn't read the second part. I just in my brain automatically assumed you wouldn't spoil it. That makes any sense? I was hoping you wouldn't. But yeah, this is I don't know if you've been here to see any of it. This is my hardcore character that I've been working on. He's level 59. We oh, 16? I don't blame it. Final Fantasies usually wind up being my game of the years every time they release one. So we've also completed 4 out of the 5 zones, getting the full rewards unlocked. I believe we only have we have 1 zone left, which is fine. We just literally started it 2 days ago. I was planning on finishing it yesterday, but then for obvious reasons, the computer explosion bullshit happened, so we weren't able to do that. Oh, of course. Everything's good. Here's the problem with review bombing, right? The problem is when a game truly deserves to be review bombed, they just put it up and go, oh, it's getting review bombed by trolls. And games that don't deserve it get review bombed because of trolls, right? And so, like, it makes it hard to know, is it being review bombed because it's actually bad, or is it being review bombed because of some other outlying situation, you know? That's why I wish people would leave review bombing for things that truly deserve review bombing instead of troll review bombing, because like troll review bombing just it makes it so much harder, because then it's like it makes you question whether or not it is a true bad review or not. Where's Danny on the map? No, that's my quest that I never did because it's glitched. I'm up here. They really need to make an easier way to find your party members. There's Squid. She down by the tree? No. It's teleporting somewhere. User review has 691 reviews, with a majority being at 0. Jesus. Yeah, well, that's what I said, is like I wish people would leave review bombing for games that truly deserve it. Again, I haven't played it, so you and I usually have equal taste in games. And so if you enjoy the game, I'm assuming I'm going to enjoy the game, which also makes me believe that the review bombing is bullshit. Is there for some reason some specific thing, without spoilers, of why they're review bombing it? You know who might know? Dr. Google. Why are they review bombing FF16? Alright, Final Fantasy XVI review bombing tells stories from both sides of the fandom. Final Fantasy XVI is a divisive game for long-time fans of the series. Some love it despite its differences and because of its elements it adds, while others are vehemently against it being a part of the beloved franchise. The game is being review bombed by both sides, clearly demonstrating both sides of the argument. Review bombing usually brings games reviews down, but there's such a mix of positive and negative reviews being thrown at FF16 on Metacritic that neither side is having any impact on the score. However, all these reviews are making everyone's views extremely clear, showing why the game has caused such a rift. I feel like if I keep reading through this article, there's gonna be some kind of spoiler involved. I think that's a lie. I don't think I have all of them. I was about to ask Squid if he wants me to. Oh yeah, I do. I do have all of them. Combat. I thought the combat was supposed to be reminiscent of 15. Did they move away from that also? Is it even different than what 15 had? At time of writing, users of Final Fantasy and Critic have 547 negative reviews, almost all with rating 0, and 1,262 positive reviews with a rating of or close to 10. Common complaint among the negative reviews of the game is linear design, linear and corridor-like FF13 tier level design. Many are comparing it to Final Fantasy 13, which had... Alright, so I guess it's tunneling again. So where everyone was happy with 15 being very, very, very open world, they reverted back to their old thing of you're in the tunnel and the... So where 15 was the world is your oyster and we slowly narrow you to here, 13 was you start here and you travel for a long time, and then eventually it goes like this. And everyone hated 13 for that because, like, of how long they were on the tracks for. I don't mind. I played it both ways, you know, so, like, I like games that do either way. Oh, so it is like Devil May Cry. So it's very corridor-like. Okay. The problem is they're Final Fantasy fans are very used to a very open environment you can explore with bouts of tunneling, right? Or just like, so that's what they've always been used to. Is like, think about Final Fantasy 1. You walk out the main town, you have that whole open area. You can't go very far, but there's a whole open area, and it eventually leads to the tunnel, right? Then you finish the tunnel, and then you hit your next... The area expands, and you have a whole nother area, right? You can explore all that new area, but eventually it leads to the tunnel, right? Final Fantasy 2, same thing. Final Fantasy 3, same thing. Final Fantasy 4, same thing. Final Fantasy 5, same thing. Once they got to Lightning was very tunnel the entire time until the end. And that's why everyone was like, this is not the Final Fantasy I love. I don't want to be in a tunnel the whole time, because people want to be able to explore. They want to be able to, like, run around in circles and fight ungodly amounts of monsters, you know? Or just explore to explore. I mean, like, how many times have you seen me, like, run behind a pillar like this and look for a chest because of my, like, Final Fantasy upbringing, you know? And so that's why when they released 15, it got such good reviews, because people were like, yes, open world, it's big, it's open, it's wide, I get to go and explore and do all these side quests and do all this stuff. And then smashing them back into a corridor, I could see why some people are not happy about that. Because it was almost like freaking 15 happened and the player base was like, hey, they listened, you know? They listened to us. They took away the corridor. They let you explore again, you know? But then they, like, go back to this. It was like, did they really listen? You know? Let's see here. Positive reviews tell a different story, with fans gushing about how much they love the visuals, the big battles, and the voice acting is on point. This is one of the best games of 2023. A beautiful game with stellar combat, mesmerizing story, top-notch voice acting to boot. Of course, some are simply defending the game from the unfair practice of review bombing, acting to attempt to work against in negative reviews. Another FF game means it's time for another round of review bombing, it looks like. One person wrote. It's almost as the case of review bombing the score for a game drops to abysmal numbers. This reaction from Final Fantasy fan base shows that most people want the game to be left alone and to give others a fair chance to decide if they like it themselves. Metacritic has said in the past that it is working to put a system in place to avoid review bombing, but pushback from fans and newcomers alike here seem to have done their job already. So there you go. Okay, I was concerned it was going to be something about the storyline, and that people were pushing back because of something in the storyline. I didn't think it was going to be because of the combat, but now that I hear that it's like Devil May Cry, I could see why. Because again, there was a lot of people who were not happy with Final Fantasy 13 and the giant train that you were on for 30, 40 hours almost. Like, I think it was like close to 30, 40 hours before you got off the train. Let's see here. FF13. Oh. Yep, about 40 hours. Because if I remember right, it takes you 40 hours to get to the open world, and then you can literally just gun it from there to the end game and beat it in like an additional 8 or so, if I remember right. Something real like ridiculous. But no, that's why I said, like, to a degree, I can understand why people are upset, but at the same point, it's like, come on, guys. Oh, dropping frames again. I might have to do like a full like Windows redo tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it.
You need steel work? Repairs?
That'll be a long day tomorrow if that's the case. Oh, we're encoding overload. Have we hit the 10 gigabyte window? See your task manager. Oh yeah, we are pinged for the full 10 gigs. Ugh. I was actually contemplating playing League tonight. I really was. Just because it wouldn't be giving me... At least then I could play without the encoding issues and stuff like that. But at the same point, I'm like really enjoying frickin' Diablo, so it's like... Alright, so let me... We're waiting for Danny to get back. Alright. So we're filling this up. That's it. We're filling up the things so we can get to... I think we're going to be just short, if I recall. Because we're at, what, 10 right now? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. There's 40. Okay, so if I hit all of them that are currently in range, we'll get that, and then with that we get the boost and regen every 50 mana spent. So basically every other electric spear, which is not bad. So assuming we're out here, I need to go here. We grab these magic nodes because they're going to be powered up by you. Still haven't gotten the 260 decks for this, huh? So we'll do you. I don't care about you. I don't care about you. I mean, you'd be nice for the regen, but I can live without it. We definitely don't care about you. The plus about going this way is there's 0 strength. And strength is basically a dead node, if I'm being honest. So this is just a dead node. It does nothing for me. So it'll be here and here. 1, 2, 3, 1. So it's closer if we go this way to here, because then it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. This is 5. So if we grab all these, assume we're going to grab all these, right? Then I might as well do this way because that's 5. And it's basically I'm transferring points from there to here. So that's fine. And eventually all these magic nodes are going to get bonuses. So that's a plus. From where I don't really care about the rest of these magic nodes because I don't want to spend an extra one to get there, and this only affects damage and reduction. I just saw them teleport. Where'd they teleport to? Alright, we're going there. So then after we get that, that's when we get the next board. The next board is the one that is the if I crit, I do more damage board. Which will be good in the long run because then I'll have more crit at that point. But as it sits right now, I don't have much crit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a decent amount of crit, but like, I just wanted to... The way I looked at it is increasing my base numbers will inadvertently increase my crit numbers. But increasing my crit numbers won't increase my flat numbers. Oh, God. Ooh. We massively lost frames there. How long do we have left on this? Oh, we have an hour 16 left. Okay. Guessing Danny's still missing. We just lost 682 frames there. Glorious. I'm just proud of myself that like I went through. The scariest thing that I was doing the other day was going through here and going through the fields of hates and getting the frickin' these out here because I was just like, oh god. I'm just begging for some like mega troll to come in and like stab me in the throat, or while I was exposing the map in here, you know, some like Umber nerd to like just like basically old World of Warcraft, some invisible rogue sitting by the Lilith shrine just waiting, flagged, and the second you come near, it's like, because I didn't know if in PvP mode if you could see the rogue's traps or not. So there was a part of me really, you know, like concerned, like, oh god, there could be a rogue, it could be hidden, I might not be able to see the rogue's traps. If I can't see the rogue's traps, will I be able to survive? Will my 2 seconds of fire shield be enough? You know, like, will this 2 seconds be enough time for me able to scroll of escape myself back? Can you scroll of escape while you're in a PvP area? You know, these are all questions I had that I didn't have answers to yet. I mean, technically speaking, this makes you immune So, like, it's not like they can re-CC me or anything. So I literally have 2 seconds to go boop, boop. And then it's an instantaneous cast. But the problem becomes, if I'm not thrown for my horse, then I have to, like, click to get off the horse, then go in here, then click on that. Because I don't think you can cast while on the horse. I could be wrong. Like, I was like, 3 strongholds left to do in here, and like, I'm just like, no, this stronghold that's left here, I already did mine. Did them there. The only, as I said, this is the only area that I have not completed yet. I still have to work on it. I need to get another 1150. Because if I can get the last 1150, then I will have basically every hardcore character I make from here on out will start with 8 ability points, 20 freaking whatever the hell these are. They're prestige, right? Or paragon points. So 20 paragon points, 9 potions, bonus stats up the ass. Literally, I can literally just turn it into, and I grind levels. I don't have to think about anything else. I can literally just head out into the world and just grind levels. Oh, there's stuff over here. Let me fly over here and kill all this shit, you know? Now, what I don't know is, so they're saying that seasonal renown, you will not have to redo the Lilith Shrines. Now, the part I don't know is, are they talking about, like, my hardcore character is fully cleared, my softcore character is fully cleared. I got 2,000 in all the zones in both sides, right? What I don't know is, if I make a hardcore seasonal character, is it going to pull the data from him, where it's going to go, alright, you have all the Lilith Shrines, you have all the, because that's they said the renown was going to carry over. I know right now, if you like, if I make a new hardcore character right now, or I make a new softcore character right now, that none of the data transfers over. Like you don't see the Lilith Shrines anymore. You don't see the map. But like, they were saying how the map will transfer over and all that. I just don't know if it's transferring over from, like, this base character that I have that has everything done, right? Will this go over? Because if that's the case, then I have a leg up on everyone else, because then I don't need to do the basic running around, eat time shit. You know, that was the whole purpose of me doing it, was like, I don't want to have to do, like, content filler. I want to just be able to go do my thing, you know? That's my whole goal, is I want to just be able to, like, go in, do the thing. You know? We're also doing really well on this, if you see this. Look at this. We're doing well in here. My class is doing really well. For challenges, we're doing actually really excellent. Our hardcore stuff and our party multiplayer is still kind of low. And we're still missing a bunch of feats of strength. But we do have... Where's it at? Is it in here? Oh, this is in the tens of thousands. Wow. There it is. Slayer of the Butcher. There we go. We have that at least. So, but yeah, we're doing well. I can't argue. We're definitely doing well. You're almost here, Squid. Almost. Just checking over on Danny right now. All right. Do. Sorry about the delay, guys. I am truly sorry. Oh! Because I am the lowest level in the group, and I am a squishy, I would rather not go in to the dungeon without proper people. I like living. Oh, I don't have this one yet. Cool. We'll be able to check that off the box. My hope though was to like finish this yesterday. So that way, like, literally, if my guy dies, the next guy that I make is just set. I don't have to worry about renown ever again. Because as I said, it's, so you can see it. With the renown system, they all get the bottom thing, all of them. And so what I tested was I made a hardcore level 1 character, and I loaded in, and you could see the check marks across the board. You can't access the Paragon board yet, but like it was all like all of this was check marks. So like at the end of the day, it becomes, if I'm just playing the level and I wind up getting one of these or multiple of these, it just becomes golden XP at that point, you know, which is not bad. But being able to walk in with like idols already maximumed out, you know, where are we at with that? That's at materials. Like 920 idols is not bad to be able to store. Because you could definitely hold on to those for a rainy day. But they're killing things. There we go. And now we go. We go kill shit. Hopefully. Oh, encoder overload. Nice start. I should probably put a potion on. This one works. If we were doing a nightmare dungeon, I'd be putting on a proper, like, one. But this is quite literally just going on for XP purposes. I know there's the Death Defy potion, but I don't know how the Death Defy potion and my flame armor interact. Because I don't know if it's one of those, like, it pops both of them at the same time, or...
We have received more reports of undead prowling the north. The Glen folks say these creatures are the work of a necromancer. As the locals tell it, a healer.
Because the last thing I want to do is be like, yeah, I'm good. I can just walk around with this, and then it popped both at the same time.
It could be just a legend. However, it warrants further investigation. If this fiend is real, we must destroy him. Go forth, knights penitent, and show the unbelievers that we can cleanse this land of evil. Blessed be the light. Watch Commander Anche.
Our party was split. All the loots. How you doing tonight, C. Colin? I don't think we're succeeding at that one. Still banging my head on Gundam Evolution. Are you still doing the thing where, like, you have to, like, queue in a different region at certain hours? Or else you can't get any groups? See ones in there and just want to be diamond. Worldcaster in between plat 1 and plat 3 per month. Yeah, it's... Hey, that's me. I'm unranked casual. I do wonder if fighting game player Steven met current day Steven, what fighting game Steven would have said to current day Steven.
I need time to prepare that.
Back when I still had that, like, competitive desire
I'm not ready yet.
before it was beaten out of me. Because I used to be huge into playing freaking competitive games and, you know, like doing ranked and stuff like that. And then, well, the fighting community started beating it out of me, and then the final coup de grace was my quote-unquote friends with League of Legends. I use the term friend lightly, like the lightest of lights.
I need time to prepare that. I'm not ready yet.
But yeah, what wound up happening was, I'll give you the TLDR version in case I told you before, or in case other people have heard it before. But basically, starting with Street Fighter versus X-Men was the first one I started to actually play, like, really competitively in
I need time to prepare that.
the fighting community. And 30 seconds. Hold on, guys. And then Marvel vs. Capcom came out, so like so my Street Fighter versus X-Men team was Guile and Cyclops. They were my go-to team. I loved them. They were great. Well, I should say great in my opinion. There are a lot of people that probably would disagree. I'm looking at you Sabretooth fans out there. And so I would play all the times. I would go to, in New York, there's a place in New York called Mod Street, which is in Chinatown. And it's basically where if you wanted to practice with the best of the best fighting game players, that's where you went. There was nowhere else to go. Like they, as far as my understanding, does Mod Street Arcade still exist? It might not have survived COVID. NYC. Yeah, it doesn't look like it exists anymore. That's sad. Death of an era. Well, I guess it was also a mixture of like, just why are people going to go to an arcade when you can like play at home in the comfort of your living room and, you know, do things there. Oh, we over encoded. There we go. That's good times. And so I was playing a lot with them, and this was like the early days of fighting games where like it was already very in your face play style, which was fine. I was just like, yeah, you know, like it's just how it was, you know.
Well struck.
Nope. And so what wound up happening was they released a little old game that maybe you've heard about, called I was about to call it something else. Super Smash Brothers. So they released Smash Brothers, and I looked at the game for exactly what it was, which was, hey, look, here's this cool game that, you know, takes fighting games lightly. They have items and all this random stuff that can happen, and this huge register, and like they're not worried about like balancing shit. It's literally just there to be fun. And of course, all my friends quickly turned into the Fox only Final Destination no items team, because they wanted it to become this super competitive like game. And I'm just like, it's Smash Brothers. It's supposed to be fun, and like it's supposed to be like our break from like that. And they were just like, and I found it so boring that everyone was just playing Fox and on one map and no item. Like you have this beautiful game with I believe it was a cast of 10 characters, 10 or 12, you know, like with a whole bunch of different boards and items that can change things up, make things more interesting. And meanwhile, they're all just playing on one map, one character, no items. And it was just like, it got so boring. Because at least like Street Fighter versus X-Men or like Marvel versus Capcom, the whole register, yeah, were there the people that played the meta sheeps? Absolutely. But at least there was like a wider range of meta sheep players, right? And so like I just got sick of it. And like every time I ever went out to anywhere, yeah, exactly. And so the part of me was like, every time I went anywhere with anyone that was playing Smash, it was this super serious, like I would go to a birthday party, right? And like, if there was a system there that had Smash, it was filled with people, and it literally just turned into Fox only Final Destination, no items. And it was just like, oh, God. Please stop. Please. And so, like, they would make fun of me because I would pick other characters other than Fox because because I didn't want to play Fox. It was so boring, you know? And so what wound up happening was I left the fighting community. I was just like, I'm done. I don't want to consider or put myself as part of the fighting community anymore, you know? Because at that point, that's when I started seeing things like Soul Calibur and all that, where like it was becoming the same thing, where it was like we were only going to play on this one map, and there's only going to be like 3 characters we're going to play because they're the most OP characters, and everyone else, all the other characters, f them. We don't need them, you know. And I was just like, very sweaty. Yeah, very sweaty. And I was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. So then League of Legends came out, right? League of Legends came out, and I had a group of friends, and we made a team. Now, I'm not going to say the team's name. I am not going to mention any of my friends' names because I don't want to. I'm still talk to one of the members of the team. The other 3 I have not talked to since the incident. But in Season 0, Season 1, we all started playing real serious. We got to Plat 1, you know, playing that first season, you know, as a team. And so we were like, we had a, you know, at this point, this is when the LCS and like the League of Legends scene started kicking up, you know, was around Season 2. And so we looked at each other and we're like, do we want to make a go for this? You know, like, do we want to like try and become super competitive, go to these competitions, win competitions? And we're like, yeah, let's do this. You know, like, we're a good team together. And it fit more in my wheelhouse that, like, because again, remember, fighting community, you're by yourself. It's you versus another person. This was a team game. I had 5 people I was playing with, you know, or 4 people I was playing with, us 5 total. And it was like a team game. It's fun, you know. It was us versus them. It was no longer me versus you. It was us versus them. And there was like that camaraderie that was involved. And so Season 2 hit. And Season 2... we played a lot of competitions on LAN. We didn't do many on server, but we did okay. Like, we won a bunch of small competitions. We didn't get to go to any of the big ones, you know, like the real small mom and pop LAN ones, you know. And we did okay, you know, like, unfortunately we never won any, you know, but we got in like 2nd place, 3rd place a bunch of times. I wish I got 1st because then I would have gotten is it Triumphant Rise? Yeah, Triumphant Rise if you won a competition. So come 3rd season, Season 3, we're like, all right, we're gonna take this super serious. We're gonna play. We are going to play like 3 to 5 hours, you know, on our days that we're working or going to school, and then our weekends off. We are going to play for like 16 to 20 hours. We are just going to do nothing but League, practicing and playing as a team. And so I'm sitting there, and it's just like, we were doing really, really well, right? Like, really, really well. We were Diamond 1 with a month left in the season, right? Diamond 1. We had played thousands and thousands of games. Because you got to remember, an entire season is 9 months. 9 months of every single day, Monday through Friday, we were doing 3 to 5 hours. An average game is about 45 to an hour. So let's just say an hour. So that's 3 hours a day minimum. So that's 15 games a week plus we would do 16 to 20 hours. So let's just say 16. So we got 16 games in during the weekend, right? Because of course we would stop for pee breaks and bathrooms. So we'll just call it 16 games. So 16 plus 5, so we'll just call it 20, right? No, 16 plus 3, 15. We'll call it 30 to make life easier. So each week we were doing 30. And we did that for 9 months. So that's 36 times 30. So it's like 1,000 games we did. If not more. Because again, some games you kill out, you slay out in like 20 minutes. And so you get back into the next game, you might slay out that next game in like 20 minutes. So we're using the lowest of numbers. We did 1,000 plus games together. As a team, we were Diamond 1. We were looking really good. 1 month before the end of the season. One of the members had a problem with me. They never told me they had a problem with me. They never talked to me. They never anything. There was no conversation held between that person and me ever. And to my face, they were the nicest person. Oh, hey, Steve, how you doing? How's things been going? Yada, yada, yada. You need help with anything? And I'm like, no, I'm doing pretty well. You know, like, hey, you want to practice a couple games? Because, like, even when, like, the team wasn't playing together, like, we were playing with each other, like, doing, like, wow, that sounds awful. We were playing, like, 2-man, 3-man, you know, like, we were playing solo. You know, so like if I had I worked EMS. So because I worked EMS, I had an extra 2 days off a week. And so like those days off, I was pumping. Like we would only do 3 to 5 hours as a team, but I would do like an additional 10 to 12 hours on my own those 2 extra days. And so like I would be playing with the other guys that if they were home or if people were hanging out or whatnot. And so I didn't even know. I had zero clue this guy had any problem with me. And so I come home one day and I log in and I see that I am not in the team. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And so I look up the team and I see that leadership changed on the team from one guy to another. And then I was kicked from the group. So the guy who was leading the group handed leadership over to this other guy. I found this out later. Because he was like, hey man, you mind if I borrow leadership of the group? And the guy's like, yeah, sure, I don't care. So he handed him leadership of the group. Handed it to him. And then proceeded to kick me from the group. And instead of the leader going, hey, why did you kick him from the group? He just was just like, all right, I don't want to, like, he was, as much as we call him the leader of the group, he was very, 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 he was quiet. He was very, very withdrawn. He was not a argumentative type person. He was more willing to, like, he didn't want to cause rifts or problems. So, like, when the guy kicked it, he was just like, oh, I'm not involved. I'm not involved. You know, was basically what he was doing. And then the guy wound up inviting his friend in the group. Yeah, very non-confrontational, very. So now he invites his friend in the group, and I contact the leader, and I'm like, hey, what the f*** happened? You know, why am I out of the group? You know, what happened? You know, because we had the slots, you know, like League of Legends, you were allowed to have a roster of 10 players, if I recall. I think it was 10. I know it was more than 5, right? And it was designed that so you could have subs in and out, and you can have extra people. I was like, was there a misunderstanding that they like want to bring this one guy in and they accidentally kicked me? You know, because I wasn't thinking any ill intent at this point. I was just thinking that like there was some miscommunication and they just got to bring me back in and, you know, called thing. And that's when the leader was like, oh, we'll just use his name, Bobby. Yeah, you know Bobby? Yeah. Well, you should probably talk to him because he made the decision to remove you. Did the rest of the people have a say? Did anyone? He's like, no, he just made the decision he was going to remove you. And so I tried to contact Bobby, and I'm like, Bobby, what the hell is going on? You know, because like just the day prior, I went out to dinner and like bought him dinner and the whole 9 yards. I literally was out to dinner with Bobby. Like, we were having a grand old time. I bought dinner for him because he bought me dinner the last time. Like, there was nothing, zero, zilch, that would lead me to believe that there was anything wrong. So I come to find out, again, this is later in the storyline, I come to find out that he was having massive issues with me and he just wasn't saying anything. And I wish he would have. I wish he would have said something, because then like I could have probably addressed whatever situation he was having. Still to this day, I don't know what his problem was. I don't know. I never found out. I was just... And so now here I am. I was Diamond 1, Season 3, kicked out of my group, right? And I'm like... And so the only other thing I had at that point was I initially seeded in gold. You know, because you had to seat yourself before you could put yourself into a team and seat. So I seeded in gold, but I never played any more ranked matches, right? Or no, I seeded in silver 1. I forget what it was. It might have been gold. No, it was gold because I got the rewards that year. And so I contacted Ryan. I'm like, Ryan, listen, how is this going to work out? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I played 1,000+ games on this team. The team at the last minute kicked me out. Do I still get season rewards for my participation in the rank system for 1,000+ games? And they were like, no, since you're not on the team, you don't get any rewards. I'm like, so what about all of the hundreds and hundreds of hours? Because remember, each game we're doing is the math is it's about about an hour per game. So 1,000+ games is 1,000+ hours. And so like I'm sitting here going, the thousands of hours that I pumped into this game, wins and losses, blood, sweat, and tears, you're telling me I get nothing for it? And they're like, yeah, unfortunately, since you're no longer on the team, you don't get rewards. And I'm like, there has to be something you guys can do. Because this is kind of bullshit. You know, like, it'd be almost like, I was like, the problem is, it's almost like, could you imagine if I built a team, right? I built a team, amazing team, of people that just wanted the season reward skin, you know, get us gold. And I, being a player, right? I sit there and I'm like, all right, let me join your team. I'm gonna carry hard, right? Because I'm a freaking challenger, right? I'm a challenger Smurf, and I made a new account. And I'm gonna play on your team, and I'm gonna build up this team, and I'm gonna get it all the way to gold 1, right? Then I'm gonna drop out of the team. And you can invite whoever you want. Like, fill the other 6 slots with random people. And all they have to do is just play 10 games. And 10 games should be enough to keep you still in gold. Even if they're all losses. If they're all losses, you still all get your rewards. Congratulations, pay me $1,000. Right? And then I move on to my next team and do it again. Right? I was just like, that's what you're building towards that. Like, that's literally what you're enabling by doing that. I was like, it's bullshit. It's straight bullshit. And they're like, well, there's nothing we can do. I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. And so that was the year I threw down a gauntlet. I'm like, I'm done with ranked. I quit League of Legends at that point. Quit. I left League of Legends. I uninstalled it. I was like, I'm never playing this game ever again. I was that pissed off. And then insert 2 years later, I meet my now friend Danny Dawnstar. Danny Dawnstar proceeded to ask me, "Oh, hey, do you play League?" And I'm like, "Oh, I used to play League." And I told her the story about what happened. And she's like, "Well, how about you play with me? We'll just play for fun." And I still was like, I'm hesitant because I was just like, I really don't want to, you know. Like at the end of the day, I really like I'm not feeling it, you know. Can we just like call it a day, you know? Like, and she's like, no. You and I, we're gonna play for fun. No rank, no nothing. We're just gonna go into normals and have a good old time. Now you gotta remember, when I was playing last was when like there was no meta reel yet. Things were still kind of crazy, and there was a lot less champions. And so when I played with her, she was like, "We'll go bot lane together. I'll be support. You be the AD carry." And I'm like, "All right." And so she chooses like Nami, right? So she could be like a true like support. And I choose Jace. And she's like, "What the f*** are you doing?" I'm like, "What? He's AD. He can carry." And she's like, I meant an actual like AD carry. And I'm like, "He's AD and he can carry. He's an AD carry." And she's like, "Oh my god, how long has it been since you played?" I'm like 2 years. The last time I played, it was still like the game was still in its infancy. It still hadn't really gotten its shoes going. Like the major, you know, like the major scene still hadn't exploded. Because if remember, it was season 3 into season 4, which was when League exploded on the scene. You know, like, was I following TSM and all them back then? Yeah, absolutely. I loved Dyrus. I loved Reggie. All of them. You know, like they were all cool people. You know, I watched most of their streams. But it was one of those things that is just like I was just like, yeah, he can carry. He's good enough. And so she's like, all right. And we wound up winning that game. And she just looked at me and she's like, "I don't know how we won that." I'm like, "Because I picked an 80 carry." And she's like, "All right, you got some terms you need to learn." I'm like, "Okay." So we started going through all the things that had changed and the differences. I'm like, "Oh, well. All right. Well, then my play style is more top lane, so I'll just go top lane, you know." And so that's why I officially chose top, played top for basically 7 years, 8 years at that point, almost 9 years. And then top lane switched to the point where like my role really like my play style was more mid, and so I switched over to mid lane. But at no point did I ever go back to playing ranked, because all I remember was playing with Danny and Danny saying, "We're playing for fun, and that's all that matters." And that's when my whole logic on gaming, on everything changed. Was like, games are meant to be fun. And if a game is meant to be fun, then why the hell am I going to stress myself out over a game? You know, like, I sat there and I was just like, I've done this on stream a bunch of times. Hold on. Of course it's broken right now. Hold on 1 second. Uno mas. I'm breaking everything. There we go. So like this was my logic, right? was quite literally, if a game pissed me off, right? If I was pissed off at a game, why would I keep playing that game? Like, why? Why would I play that game when I have hundreds of games that I could play? Like, why would I bother losing my mind over a game when I can literally just shut it off? Here's a good example. Hey, look at this. It's Darkest Dungeon. I spent 100.8 hours in this game. I got to the end. I never finished it. You know why? Because I hate the fucking game. And when I finally got to the point where I was stressed the fuck out, I quit. I never went back. I deleted the damn game. You know? And so that's where things were. Is like my whole everything switched at that point, because I was just like, I'm going to play my games to have fun. That's where I'm at. I want to play my games to have fun. I'm not going to play games and stress myself out anymore. I'm not going to play games and freak out. And that's why, like, some of my favorite board games, like, do I have any? Oh, they're all buried. So, like, board games, right? There are three types of people in this world when it comes to board games, right? Three types of people. Type number one are the people that love games like Monopoly and, like, freaking those, like, real, like, fighter type games, right? Nice Final Fantasy collection. I know, right? You know what the worst part about that Final Fantasy collection is? I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I have the 3D remake version, the upgraded version, 3D remake, the upgraded version, the expansion, the 3D, the old version, the new version, the old version, the new version, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 7 remake, the old version of 8, the remaster of 8, which that still sucks. They never did a remaster of 9, which is what I'm surprised about. And I don't have 10 on. Oh no, here's 10. Yep, nope, there's 10. And then we have 13 and 14 I have loaded on my computer, period. So yeah. I am a Final Fantasy-aholic. I fully admit it. But that's the whole thing, is like, if I'm not having fun, the old ISO version that you can't buy on Steam anymore. Yep. Well, because it was a shit version, let's be honest. It really was. Yeah, I could play the game better on an emulator that I downloaded. And the best part is I own the physical copies of all of them, so technically speaking, I can legally play them on an emulator. Just saying. I still own every single copy of Final Fantasy. 12 was on there, I think. I know I own 12. Yeah, it's here. I have 12. I have 12. Mystic Quest. You can't even buy Mystic Quest anywhere. Hold on, let me double check. Hold on. I might be lying. Who knows? Maybe you can buy Mystic Quest somewhere. Let me check. Mystic Quest. Who knows? Maybe you can actually buy it. Alright. Wikipedia, what was it released for? Release. Nope. Only ever released for the SNES. They never re-released it. Mystic Quest was such a weird game. You know what other game that I'm surprised that they still haven't done a redo for, even though there's a huge calling for it? In all honesty, I am surprised they have not made a redo of Tactics. I would buy and play the shit out of Tactics on stream. Straight up. Like no if, no ands, no buts. Like I think they released a version of Tactics, but it was like, but it wasn't like I think they released a version of it somewhere. The Game Boy Advance in 2003. Yeah, Square released Final Fantasy Tactics Advance for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance in 2003. The game's setting and engine are similar to the ones of its predecessor, but the cast of characters is considerably smaller and the plot is simpler. An indirect sequel to Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, titled Final Fantasy Tactics A2 Grimoire of the Rift, was released in Japan in 2007 and in the rest of the world in 2008. It is also one of the titles released under the Evangelion Alliance game series and takes place in the universe. Ramza shows up in Dissidia. In 2017, the MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn portrayed an alternate version of Final Fantasy Tactics in which Ramza and his companions died at the end of Tactics. I remember that. Tactics is in the trading card game. Tactics has made addition to appearances in Opus 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, and 13. A remake version of the song Elvia and Deltio was nominated for Best Game Music Cover Remix in the 16th Annual Video Game Audio Network Guild Award. There you go. But yeah, I'm surprised that they never, like, I really am. Wait, hold on. There was an announcement on... Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold your horses. This is a news article written 22 days ago. Final Fantasy Tactics dev adds fuel to remaster rumor with very specific response for fans. So someone wrote on Twitter, many fans of Final Fantasy Tactics are looking forward to rumored remaster. I will be very excited when it's announced. Yoshimi Mastinino responded with, if we remaster it, what do you think about whether it's better to weaken the Thunder of the Gods Cid, who is abused and destroying the balance? That is so true. Thunder of the Gods Cid was funny as hell. That was broken as shit. If you're not familiar with the rumblings around the 1997 game, it's been rumored that the remaster for quite a few years now. The rumors seemingly stem from an NVIDIA leak back in 2021, where the manufacturer listed an unannounced game for release, which it tried to downplay as pure speculation. In short, the developer asked the fan if he'd want the overpowered classes from the original to be left overpowered in potential remaster or refine. Patching wasn't a big thing back in the 90s. For those younglings who don't know, too cool for the room right there. And so broken elements like this class in Final Fantasy would forever remain that way. Twitter user actually responded that yes, Square Enix should remedy the broken classes, as Thunder of the Gods Sid resembles Chuck Norris, and Mastino thanked them for the feedback. Perhaps there's a sticky note at the Square Enix headquarters reading Sid plus Chuck Norris equals bad somewheres. So there you go. So that's all we got. We have a, if we were to remake it, would you still want the broken classes? Me personally, like if I was being honest, oh, my tree is up. If I was being honest, I would want the classes to remain broken. Because like Thunder of the Gods Sid and like all the broken classes, you didn't get until so much later. And most people would beat the game before they would get to Thunder of the Gods Sid and all that. Because there was just like so much grinding you'd have to go through to get to those end game classes that were super broken, right? So much grinding, and most people didn't do it. You know, that's why it got unnoticed for the longest time, is because no one ever grinded that high. You know, like people like me did, because I was a lunatic. And I fully endorse the fact that I was a lunatic, right? Like fully endorse that I was a lunatic. You know, and it's just like, I got to see some of the broken classes because I was just like, wait, what the hell is this thing doing? Like I think it was, if you leveled up Time Mage, you would get an AoE stop spell eventually. And literally, if you put the Time Mage on your fastest character, it had a global range and an AoE hit, and you literally could go and time stop the enemy team, and they're just stuck. And you could advance your entire team, and then the next round would start, and your Time Mage would be up again, so he would cast stop, and he would hit the whole group, and they'd all be stuck, and you could advance your entire team again, and literally surround them. And then when you had everyone lined up and ready, when everyone was lined up and ready, just outside of the bubble of the stop, right? You'd have them all take their step in and beat the shit out of everyone. Oh. Oh god, it was so broken. It was so broken. Like, I got a good laugh. Like, I got a good ass laugh out of it every single time it would happen. I was just like, oh god. Why am I doing this to myself? Oh, we already have 4 tree, huh? Nice. So no, me personally, I would rather it remain the same. Like I would not want it to switch. I would not want it to switch. I wouldn't want it to change. I wouldn't want like anything. I would want it to be, leave it alone. Let the broken things be broken. Because no one other than a true lunatic are ever going to see these broken ass classes. And if someone's willing to dump the hundreds and hundreds of hours into the game like I did, we deserve our broken ass character. Don't take my broken ass character away. My God. Oh. See, this is what happens when you can't pet the dog. So you can't pet the dog, and then all of a sudden the game just starts locking up. Because it's like, you want to pet him, don't you? You want to pet him, don't you? And I want to. I want to pet the dog, but the game will not allow me to. Blizzard, you need to patch that in. I need to be able to pet the dog. Alright. Switch up our look real quickly. As much as I like the feather, the feathered butt cape wing thing, I should really go on my Necromancer really quickly and see what the new armors I got, what they look like. Let's see here. So no new heads. Alright, let's... That's what we were going for. And then we have Booba or no Booba chain. What are you? You're Coven. That's... I feel like I'm playing Evil Lyn right now. No. This is the exceptional set, right? Only thing I don't like about this is it's tattered on the bottom. For something that's quote-unquote exceptional, it's kind of weird that it's like tattered. Like, you would think the tattered thing would not be... Wait, this is... Wait, hold on. This is heavy chest plate? Where the hell's the rest of it? Wait, hold on. Do I have... Here's heavy helm. I gotta see what this heavy set looks like. Gee. Heavy gloves. Wait, heavy pants. Heavy boots. How is this the heavy set? He looks like he just got out of the shower. This is not a man who, like, is wearing a heavy set of armor. This is a man who just walked out of the shower, and he's, like, looking at the guy, looking at him, and he's like... as he's about to get killed. I could tell you I hate most of the helmets. That's why we've been going with that. Do we have the... Oh, this is the Archeon set. Alright, wait. Let's see what the Archeon set looks like. What's it look without? Oh my god, it's so red. Wait, hold on. What's the difference between Bone Weave and this? There's no difference. Yeah. Blizzard. Blizzard. Hold on, wait. Maybe the shirt's covering it up. Let me. There we go. Let's take the shirt off. Maybe. Nope. Nope. Blizzard. Care to explain to me what the difference between these two are? Wait, hold on. I see it. I can't believe we're doing this. Alright, I want you to look right here. See right here? Alright, here we go. See it's waving this way? Now it's waving the different way. It's literally just turning the waves to the left and right. Everything else is identical on this gear. Like, there's literally nothing else different. The pattern on the bottom is the same. The pattern on the butt cape... Wait, hold on. Let me just double check. Oh, no, look. See, like, that little, like, thing. It's like, turned again. Are you serious? Please tell me that you're serious. Scale. Hold on. Transform. Fit to screen. There we go. Like, what is the purpose of having both of these? Wait, hold on. Archeon helmet. It's the same exact helmet. I'm not even joking. Like, this isn't even switching at all. Wait, what about with colors? Hold on. Maybe. What if it's different this way? Okay, so there's a difference in the color scheme. Sort of. Like, this looks like it's more, like, worn out. Okay. Sure. What is this, Coven? Might as well look at what that... Oh, God. So emo, much wow. Who needs to look at the enemies that are going to attack you when you can have a giant stick figurine in front of your eyes? I mean, other than that, the suit's not that bad. Okay, next. Doom. Do we have all the Doom pieces? Do we have Doom boots? We do not have the Doom boots. That's an interesting set. This guy wears a lot of red. What is this, etched? Alright, that's the etched set. It's alright. That's like something I would expect like a beginner level character to wear. We already looked at exceptional. That's the exceptional set. Which just looks, once again, for something called exceptional, it looks weird that like the thing is ripped. Like, you would think it would be, I don't know, in the name, exceptional. Oh, wait, hold on. What's the headpiece for? Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a horny motherfucker. So fucking horny. Much wow. Oh, my God. Alright, so next is fur lined. Well, that's not that bad. If your entire game was playing in like a frozen area, I can see that being cool. Alright. Oh wait, where's the fur-lined helmet? Oh, there you go. So you can look like a chicken. Alright, we already did heavy. Hide you see early on in the game. So this is the Highland. Heavy, hide, Highland. 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 So there's the Highland set. It's not bad. I went around with the Highland set for a while. The Jezerin? How did this? I'm assuming that's what goes with it. And then we have two that are just called pants. I'm assuming that goes with that. So, like, this set just has, like... I'm assuming this is what the set is supposed to be. Leather. I don't know if I have the... I guess this is where the pants come in. Yep, there it is. Pants. There's the bird one that we just had on. Wish I had the rest of the suit. Sandworn. There's the sand. Oh, wait, hold on. Do we have the headpiece? Oh, yeah. There you go. Strider, we've seen before. So, Strider and Adventurer is like the same thing, just this has more armor on it. We've seen Tunic before. This is Warlord. There we go. There's the Warlord set. If I was playing an Ice Mage, I would contemplate going around with the Warlord set. But I am not an Ice Mage. And then Weathered. I think we stick with what we have. Oh no, we did the Exceptional. Then we did you. And then we did you. And then... I think that looks good. Adventurers, Exceptional Adventurers, Highland. Not what I meant to do. think that's good. And then for up here... There we go. Now it shall be our current look right now. I am interested. I want to see what the Necromancer stuff looks like, because I haven't been on the Necromancer since Oop. Oop. We overloaded. We lost frames. We're still overloading. I might as well delete those level 1 guys, right? The level 1 guys on the Eternal. Because it's not like I'm going to use them. Alright, so let's go... Because I know I got quite a few new sets of gear. Alright. So this is the exceptional set. Which, unlike the wizard, well, I mean, I guess the butt cape has some minor tears in it, but for the most part, it looks pretty, like, sleek. Alright, so... that's Adventurers. I think we should have the full Archeon set now. That's the full Archeon set. Alright, wait, hold on. Is the bone the same thing? Okay, so yeah, the bone and the Archeon, at least like this looks like they added armor to it. Which I'm gonna say, that looks pretty sleek, though. I kind of like that. Make him look like Gambit still. What else do we got? Doom. 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 Nope, we don't have the last part of Doom. The wings on the top of this is so ridiculous. Wait, do we have the Doom helmet? Doom! Looks like he has a candle melted on his head. Alright, what else do we got? We did exceptional. We did heavy before. Oh, what is that one? Primal breastplate. Ew. Look at the skin underneath. That is... Ew. Oh wait, hold on. Let's look at the Warlord. Alright, so we don't have a thing for the Warlord there. Warlord. 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 Wait, does that mean that the other one was... There we go. That still looks really slick. That deep blue. Alright. Swords haven't changed at all. This is the free thing from the other thing. We're switching back to that because it's cute and adorable. And there we go. So yeah, there's our necromancer. Little alkalite. Aww. Okay, let me go delete those level 1s. Because if I'm gonna play the level 1s, right? I'm not doing the story again. So I'm just gonna do the skip storyline, right? Ugh. Ugh. Narth. Oh, this guy looks like he's a problem. Like, this is the guy that walks in and is just like, I'm a problem. And he doesn't even truly understand what he means when he says that he's a problem. He just knows that's his tagline, what he says all the time. I'm a problem. They're so close to looking the same, but so far away. So I can tell you this much. I like the Necromancer's armor a hell of a lot better than I like the Wizard's armor. I'll be completely honest. The Necromancer's armor looks like armor. You know, wait, hold on. I haven't checked out girls yet, right? So let's do barbarian, girl, you, finalize, skip campaign, girl. Wait, hold on. Girl. I don't care what. We're deleting this character very quickly. Giorl. Let's see how Giorl looks. I like how I just chose the random girl that was built. There you go. Giorl. Alright, let's go upstairs. Alright. Well, I gotta buy a pair of gloves.
I'm afraid.
You have gloves? You have gloves? Can you forge me some gloves? Alright, we just won't be able to look at gloves. That's fine. Or helmet. I mean, unless I have something in here, which I doubt I do. Nope. Okay. This is Archeon. Alright, that looks like some decent barbarian looking clothing. Alright, Boneweave is the one in... What the hell? At least they're like quite different from each other. Alright, let's look at Doom. Yo, I look like I'm freaking from Monster Hunter right now with the big horns. Alright, exceptional. 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 That's not bad. I kind of like that one. You still get to see the tattoos. And it looks like actual armor. Furline, I don't care. How is this heavy chest? This is cloth. They call it heavy chest. I don't. Blizzard, learn what heavy chest plate means, please. Oh, there's the primal set for that one. That looks like some like samurai armor. It's kind of cool. Sturdy, tunic, warlord. That's another one that we have. Warlord and warlord. Ooh, warlords is nice. Warlord's another one that looks like it's a pretty badass, and you get to see what your gear looks like. Azure Hand Skull Crusher. Oh, this is the one we just got the access to. Oh, did I not accept the other drop? I should have a thing. There you go. There's the Warlord set. That's not bad looking. The only part that's weird is where the hell is my other? Oh! Sneeze again. Sneeze. Sneeze. Oh, let me look at my drops real quickly. I thought I... Twitch drops. Inventory. Maybe I have to log out and log back in to get it? Because I should have got the Matriarch's Mantle 4 hours ago. You know what, let's exit and then come back in, see if that fixes it. Oh. Let's also crash the computer a little bit. Maybe by resetting the game it'll make what you call it happy again. Probably not. Meow. Meow. But I definitely accepted it. It says character 1, character 2, character 3, character 4. So yeah, I have the 5 characters. First one's for Rogue. Second one was for Necromancer. Third one was for Wizard. This is Barbarian, so this one had to have been for the last one. Ah, itchy itchies. Okay. Currently experiencing a DDoS attack which may result in high latency and disconnections for some players. We are actively working to mitigate the issue. That's not good. If only they created a way to play offline, they wouldn't have to deal with the DDoS attack, because then I could just do whatever the hell I wanted. No, they look pretty solid right now. Meanwhile, USPS.com, though, that's having a spike of outage right now. Am I the only one getting bad requests when trying to access the USPS website? This has been going on for the last couple hours. Now people are actually complaining about how they can't access the website. EA's having problems right now. Valorant's having problems. But no, Diablo was having a problem. Somewhere around 10 o'clock, it looks like. Which I remember that. We disconnected then. I remember disconnecting. Alright, so let's see. Giorl. Okay. Alright, so let's see if we got it now. There it is. Let's see what this looks like. Holy shit! It's a giant freaking thing on my back. Alright, we can delete Giorl now. Sorry, Giorl. Forgive me, Giorl. Giorl. Alright, so we delete Giorl now. Giorl. Oh wait, I have to type it in all capitals. Giorl. Let's look at you know what? I haven't looked at Rogue yet, so let's look at Rogue. Let's go make ourselves an emo. There we go. So emo, much wow. Emo man. Serpent. Emo man. No. Imanko Miss Ton. Imanko Misto. There we go. I'm so glad I created Imanko Kisto. Yoshi! That actually means something to someone. Alright, so we're now in as a rogue. Let's look at what our rogue. Now the funny part is I don't think I have any. Like we haven't played any this, so like I have nothing there. But we do have daggers. Look at those daggers. Alright, so first things first is the Archeon set. Yo, that. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of hot. I wouldn't screw with that. Then we have the Bone Weave, which on all the other sets looks exactly the same. Or at least on the Sorcerer. I think they like just went lazy on the Sorcerer. That's what I'm starting to think. Alright, here's Doom. We don't have Doom. Can we have a second? Just talk about why does he have a face on his penis? Why? Why? This makes no sense. Why? Alright, back to alright, moving on. Exceptional. Sectional set looks just normal. Furline, don't care. Like, how is this heavy plate? Like, I would think heavy plate would like look like armor. There's the primal set for him. Oh, it's got a little snaky on it. Alright, so it's just a reskin of this one with one less shoulder thing. Alright, Strider, Sturdy, Tunic. Oh, Warlord. That was the other one. That's not that bad. I wish they had like a black. But I guess you could go like a Ranger green. That's not bad. But that's the closest you have to blacking out. Alright. So we have now taken a look at Rogue. I'm sorry, oh, I didn't check out the back piece. Hold on. Imonko Misto. I need to look at your back thing that we got for free. Imon Kisto. Item, back piece. Interesting. So it's like a box that's like tied together with like some symbol on it with like what looks like dark evil shit inside of it. Okay, now we can get rid of you. Okay. Imon Komisto. Alright, who haven't we looked at yet? So we did Sorcerer, we did Rogue, we did Necromancer, Barbarian, so Druid. Why does he look like, the guy from Roseanne? I forget his name. I forget the actor's name. John Goodman. He looks like John Goodman from this profile. Let's see if I can get a good picture of him, so I can show you. John Goodman. Alright, hold on. I need John Goodman, long hair. Here we go. Tell me this is not John Goodman. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's straight up John Goodman. Oh my god, they stole John Goodman's likeness and made him a druid. That is my headcanon now. Alright. Here we go. I don't need to do anything to him. He's perfect the way he is. Where you at, John? Finalize. Skip. John Goodman. Think I was losing your mind. Yes. I have created John Goodman. And by me making it, I'm actually saying Blizzard has created it inadvertently and they didn't realize they made it. Oh god. Alright, let's see what armor John looks good in. Hi everyone, it's me, John Goodman. I almost want to keep John Goodman now. Oh my god, it's so John Goodman. Here you go, John. Take your shirt off. Take your pants off too, guys. Here you go, John. Tell people what you think of them. Good job, John. Okay, Archeon set first. What the hell is that? Alright. Now, Boneweave was the same on that first set for the Sorcerer. See, look at this. It's completely different. Sorcerer got boned. Doom. Doom. I don't think I have Doom boots, do I? No, not yet. That's the thing, I guess. Next would be exceptional. 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 Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that heavy chest plate. So heavy. Much wow. That's the primal one. Ripped the deer's head off. Put it on his head, arm. Broke the horn off there. Shoved it on his other arm. Jesus, what is wrong with you, bro? Tunic. This is like a tunic. It just looks like a freaking bunch of little signs and some like bone. Alright, let's look at the warlord plate. There's the warlord set. That's not bad. And then alright, and then we have the totem. Can literally just walk around with a club. And then the back piece. Font of the Mother. What the f is that? Alright, that's indeed a thing. It looks like he has a tumorous... John, listen, John, listen to me, John. Listen, John, look me in with your eyes. You have a tumorous growth on your back. It's right there. It's now catching on to rocks and attaching itself to you. You need to see a doctor, my friend. The tumorous growth is not going to go away. You need to like see a doctor about that. It tried to slap me when I went near it, John. There you go. John Goodman. Look at those 10 available skill points. That's literally boop, boop. Boop. Boop, boop. 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 And then boop. There you go. But yeah, so you can see when you go into here, it's all already checked off. The only thing that would make it better, in my opinion, and I wish they would do, is I wish if you had the Paragon points in here, I wish they would allow you to access the Paragon points early. I really do, because then you would start with at most, what is it, 4 points, 5, so 20. You'd start with 20 points, right? That's enough to pump you almost into the second block, right? But like it would give you such a huge power up that like it would be like that would be your catch up mechanic at that point, right?
You are weak and foolish.
Says John Goodman. John Goodman's just gonna tell everyone they're weak and foolish before he logs out and deletes himself. Anyone in here? Here you go, guys.
My bags are full. You are weak and foolish.
Says John Goodman. Yeah, even on here, it looks like John Goodman still. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, time to delete John Goodman. Not that I'm going to need him. I don't think I need John Goodman. Alright. John Goodman. Now I do see they have a undo delete. Okay, so it allows you to do your most recent deleted, but it won't let you go through an archive. So I guess that's a way to prevent, like, if you name all your characters Siegfried and you accidentally delete the one, you don't have to worry about, like, going I deleted the wrong one. What am I gonna do? Alright, oh, I remember where I was going to check in here. Shop.
Greetings, traveler. Behold the marvelous tales I have to offer.
They really haven't added anything in here. Like, they're making it seem like it refreshes and changes, but it's all been the same. I like to point out, remember how I said it looked like they screwed over Sorcerer? Sorcerer's got 2 skins and a back piece, right? Rogue's got 3 skins and a back piece. Necromancer's got, I think, 4, because there's these 3, and then there's the mega one. I guess there's a mega one for the Sorcerer also, but like... Oh. This is still the biggest thing that's weird to me. Is... The headstone thing. Because either A, you're going to die and instantly revive, or B, anyone who's going to come, like, to try and res you, they're not going to be looking at you going, wow, that's a sword in the ground. That's kind of awesome. I like how it's using my character that I currently have that's a necromancer. What's it do for, like...
I see.
Like you. Oh, it just does a random naked dude. Wait, does it do random naked dude for all the characters that I don't have skins on? Yep. Random naked dudes. The last towel.
Interesting choice.
It's just such a weird thing to have. But all right, guys, I know it's like kind of early for a Monday night, but if you haven't been noticing, we're having encoder issues. I'm having all kinds of issues ever since the hot fix that Diablo has dropped. So I want to go to bed early. I'm probably gonna wind up doing a full. God, I can't believe I'm about to say what I'm about to say. I'm probably going to wind up doing a full reinstall of Windows tomorrow, basically a fresh copy, just so I could dump everything that's on it. So I'm going to need time to like back up all my hard drive stuff, back up everything, and then I am going to wipe everything, both hard drives that I have, the video game one and the non-video game one, just so I can have it cleared out and free. That's the plan right now. In order to do that and still stream tomorrow, I'm going to need to go to bed basically now. So I can wake up at like 8 a.m., 8 a.m. and start. Because installing Windows, getting Windows updated, getting everything installed is going to take hours. And then setting up OBS again is going to take a while. So I'm going to need time. Tomorrow night and the Wednesday night are going to be short streams. We have to end at midnight due to the fact that I work Wednesday and Thursday. But we're off this weekend. So barring any complications, I hope there isn't, because literally I'm rebuilding the whole computer tomorrow. I'm probably even going to go in and re-thermal paste and redo everything. You know, like make it a big to-do. Like basically take the computer out, do the spring cleaning, preventive maintenance on it, re-thermal paste it. Because it's been a year since my last thermal paste, and I'm anal retentive like that. I know you don't need to change your thermal paste every year, but I do because I'm crazy. So, and I like going in there and cleaning out the fans anyway, so it works out well. So that's where things are sitting is, so the next 2 days are going to be ending at midnight due to the fact that I have work. But then we should have nice long streams this weekend. Now, as long as I can get the Avery Media capture card to work again, basically after I do the full reset, if I can get it going, then we should start being able to do 16 soon, hopefully. If not, we're just going to continue for Diablo 4. But we'll figure that out. That's for future me to deal with. But for now, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Sorry again for the shorter stream. I'm just a little bummed with everything that's going on. And you saw the encoding issue. We wound up losing frames and all kinds of stuff. So I got to get to the bottom of this. I need to rip it all apart and figure it out. And we'll go from there. But thank you guys so much. I'll see you here tomorrow. Button! Button.